Because it is the system of the devil. And the devil is the prince of the earth. It is the system of the devil, and the devil is the prince of the earth, and the aim of the devil is to create a one world system where everything is the same everywhere. And that's why every country has a government that functions the same, because it's one system. It's one system. It is not different systems anymore. It is one system. Who decides health everywhere? One organization decides health everywhere across the world. Who decides banking and finance? The European Union for all the countries in Europe, right? Now, who creates the law in Europe? The European Union does not create the law. Does not create the law. The Council of Europe creates the law, which is above the European Parliament. The Council creates the law. The Parliament debates the law, but the Council creates the law. Right? It's the world that we live in. It's the reality that we have. Maybe my statement about the devil is abstract, but that's that in Revelations, that's what John says is coming to the world. There will be one system that is the same everywhere for everybody. Now, I like variety. I like different systems and different cultures and different ideas and different places. So I don't support this one world system. Oh, but what about borders? Borders and passports were created by government to stop people traveling. To stop people, not to help people, to stop people traveling. There were no passports before 1900, none. Permission, that's a permission paper from a government. If you don't have it, you can't go. What I'm saying is that you need government's permission to get out of the country. So you need a passport to travel. There was a time before 1900 when people didn't have passports. And they could travel anywhere they wanted to trade, within reason. There were some limits here and there, and there were some other practicalities to take care of. But government. Look, here's the bottom line. Government says we need security because of those people over there. Who over there? What people? Oh, that government over there. All right, we need this government to protect us from that government. It's a game. The same as kings and queens throughout history, right? We need this king to protect us from that king. So what makes this king good and that king bad? Surely it's the same thing, right? Right? If we need protection from one king, we need protection from all kings. Surely, right? So it's the philosophy of understanding that of understanding that there is no progress over the last 200 years in society. We have progress with technology, for example, and certain kinds of innovation, but in terms of how we have rulers or governments in society, there's no progress at all, because it's always the same problem. We need this people to protect us from those people. But listen to this. The people who live in the Ukraine have no problem with the people who live in Russia. Only the Ukrainian government has problems with the Russian government. You understand? Ukrainian people like Russian people, and Russian people like Ukrainian people. Because
Do you think? Maybe. I don't know.
well, nice people like nice people, no?
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, you can have a bigger problem with your neighbor than you can with a Russian, okay? Right? I mean, this this cultural
Mm-hmm.
enemy ideology that they're bad because they're blue, or they're bad because they're red, or they're bad because they're green, or they're tall, they're short, they're pink, they're black, whatever. It's just stupid, right? I mean, Scottish people don't hate Slovak people. Slovak people don't hate Scottish people. Scottish people don't hate Japanese people. Japanese people don't hate Scottish people. I mean, we don't, right? Because we all have the same problem. It's called government. We all have the same problem. There's a group of people who are not doing what they say they are doing, right? And it's one almost semi-autonomous global system that is hammering people by with stupid rules, stupid regulations, stupid expensive prices of basic necessities, and you know what? How much does it cost to grow a potato? You know, I mean, this the expenses that we are paying worldwide for things like, okay, here's the example, right? If technology is better, why is energy more expensive? See, that doesn't make any sense, right? If technology is better, then the energy should be cheaper because we have a better system, right? I mean, that would be a basic. Why do you need better technology? Well, to make everything better, to make everything smoother, smarter, faster, quicker, better quality, everything, and make everything cheaper, hopefully, right? So if technology doubles every 3 to 6 months, right? Well, that should halve the price of the energy, right? Why am I paying more if things are getting better? Surely I should be paying less if things are getting better, right? That would be logical, right? It would be logical to pay less because we built a world that had better systems. If we're paying more, then the systems we're building are not better. So, so it's all a big scheme. It's all a big plan. When everything, here's the final point, right? People talk about equality, all things being equal. Everything will be equal only when everybody has nothing. That will be the great equality. It's happening right now. It's happening right now. Are energy prices going straight up? Who's got the money? Who's got the money? People have to choose. People have to choose now between energy and food. You don't have food, you die. You don't have energy, you die. It's not a choice. It's not. You understand? Either way, you die. Right? It's not a choice. And that's the thank you to government. Thank you, government. Thank you, government, for this choice. And the point is the point is that is a minority government bad? A minority government is no different from a majority government in many ways, except one minority is okay. Where you have a minority, you also have a majority, right? Where you have a minority, you must also have a majority. On one side is a minority, and on the other side is a majority, right?
Yeah.
Right? Always. Where there's a minority, there's also a majority. Always. Must be. So when you say we have a minority government, do you really? You don't have a minority government. You have an opposition majority government. It's a language game. Because there's always some kind of majority where there's a minority. It's like, oh, our government's a minority. No, 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 no. It's just an opposition majority. It is psychological language to make you feel bad. Because it doesn't really, I mean, in many ways, the founding fathers of the United States, they argued that the best functioning government is a non-functioning government. This was the founding fathers of the United States. This was the Thomas Jefferson and George Washington and Samuel Adams and all these people, right? They argued that the best functioning government is a non-functioning government because all people are corrupt.
Yes.
All people are corrupt, just some more than others. Just some more than others, but all people. See, the Bible teaches everyone is a sinner. The Bible teaches everyone is a sinner. Everyone is bad. And when you understand that, then you understand that everyone is bad. Some are bad in a small way, some are bad in a big way, but everyone is bad. Okay? And that's and there's nobody on the other side but Christ. Okay? The only person on the other side is Christ. And then there's just people. And the founding fathers of the United States, they were Christians who understood that all men are corrupt. Government is men, so government is corrupt automatically. So the only safe government is a non-functioning government. A government that has no power. A government that has no power. And they were right. Because where there is power, there is corruption. And where there is more power, there is more corruption. And absolute power corrupts absolutely. That's the way that corruption works. And everything else is marketing. Everything else is marketing. The newspapers are marketing. The television is marketing. The radio is marketing. Everything is marketing. Right? It's micromanaged. It's micromanaged marketing of everything. Right? You just have to see the little things. I don't have a television. I don't listen to the radio, but I keep my eyes and my ears open. And I go to the local shop to buy fruit and vegetables and milk and basic things that I need. I'm
Mm-hmm.
very thankful and grateful that there is a local shop and these opportunities are possible. I have noticed in the local shop that every time I'm there, there's happy music playing.
Yeah.
And this is the radio. It's happy music
Mm-hmm.
to keep people happy. Why do you need the radio to keep people happy? Because the truth is that without that, people's normal state would not be happy because the state of things is not good. Was it after the First World War or the Second World War when they... After the First World War, the BBC had this... The British government, together with the BBC, had this program to create happy songs to be played on the radio to keep people happy. Happy talking, happy talk about things we like to do, blah blah blah. And seriously, they had they paid people to write happy songs to put on the radio to make people feel better. Nothing has changed. Right? Nothing has changed. Do you know what I saw? Somebody posted on social media something that the most horrific thing one of the most horrible things I've ever seen in my life, right? On the BBC. I think I don't know, it's one of the main British TV channels. I assume it's the BBC. I don't know. It's all the same anyway. But I've seen a lot of bad things in my life. But this is one of the worst I've ever seen. I'm 47 years old. This is one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. A news television program in the morning where they have a lottery jackpot wheel. You know the wheels, spin the wheel, and it goes round, and where it stops, you win something. Yeah. Do you know what you could? And it was like £1,000, £2,000, £3,000, and in between all of the numbers was something that said energy bills. If you win the lottery, they will pay your energy bills because nobody's got the money to pay their bills. Everyone is doing television lottery to pay their energy bills. Do you understand? People are doing television lottery to pay their energy bills. That's worse than Nazism. Worse. The economic situation of this country is so bad that people play television lottery to pay their bills. This once great, brightish nation. That's where the name comes from. Brightish. British. Brightish. Enlightened. Smarter. More intelligent. Right. Yeah. And that's the present economic situation of this country. I can't believe people play television lottery to pay their energy bills. This country is completely upside down. Right. 27,000 migrants this year already. In the first 6 months of this year, 27,000 migrants came into Britain across the Channel illegally and got a passport, a credit card, and free accommodation. Because, listen carefully, this is why. because everybody will be equal when everyone has nothing. That is what equality means to the system. To you and me, equality means helping each other. To the system, equality means everybody having nothing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is what the system plans. That is why. That is why. You've got old people with no heating and no food and no money
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in this country. And the government can afford to house and accommodate all of these people in hotels because there's no tourism, because there's no industry anymore, because the
Mm-hmm.
hotels are closing and the restaurants are closing and the pubs are closing, and it's like it 50% of the hospitality industry is dead, and that will rise probably by the end of the year to 80% of the hospitality industry will be dead, or at least within the next year and a half to 2 years. This is, and why? Because everybody will have nothing. That will be equality. What was communism? Communism was perfect equality, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What did everybody have? Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That was perfect equality. It's the same people. It's exactly the same people. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. They're back, and they're smart, and they have a lot of money, and they have a lot of power and a lot of control, and they know what they're doing, and they have a plan. Step by step by step by step by step through the World Economic Forum policies, step by step by step by step by step by step by step. 2021, 2030, 2050. These are the this is the system. Carbon zero is perfect equality, right? Nobody will have any energy at the present way that things are going. And everybody will say, please save me, please save me, please save me, government, please save me, even though the government created all the problems. They will say, please save me, please save me, please save me, because they closed all the churches.
Cool.
Because they closed all the churches and government has replaced God. Because in the past people would ask Jesus. But now people pray to the government. Please save me, please save me, please save me. And what good? What good does it do? Right? An open church is no good with a closed mind. Right? If people can't see something different and imagine something different, and I don't think Christianity is Christianity. The churches might be full, but I'm not sure that these people are active Christians. Right? I think that they might be. I don't know. It's really hard to make that judgment, but it seems to me that it makes no difference. I mean, in a Christian country should not be arguing about who the leader is. Listen carefully. A Christian country should not be arguing about who the leader is, because the leader is Christ. Right? They shouldn't be arguing. I mean, there's none above Christ. None even equal to him. And so and so I don't it doesn't make sense to me that all of these people go to church and then still don't understand what the problem is and why the problem is there, unless the church are part of the problem itself, unless the church is not teaching Christianity, unless the church is just a mechanism or system of control for society. One of Jesus' teachings was about the wicked ways of the systems that we live within and our need to escape those systems, and how you can't escape the system within the system. The box that people have is their prison, and there's no escape when you're in the box. You can only escape by realizing there's something outside of the box. It's the body and the spirit, right? The body is forever in the box, but the spirit could be anywhere. And to get the body anywhere, you have to have this mind-body connection and get the mind there, and then take the body with you, right? And if you can't take the body with you, you just have to realize that the body remains in the box, but the mind is free, which is the mentality that prisoners have to have in prisons, where their body is stuck in a prison, but their mind can be anywhere that they want it to be. And there's no people will at the end of the day, people can't save people. It has to be a higher authority. People can't save people, because the problems that people save people from are created by other people, right? We're forever saving ourselves from problems created by ourselves, which is not progress. It's not progress at all. And it's cycles of the same thing. It's nothing new. It's not the first global reset. There have been many resets of the system down throughout history. And there's it doesn't matter which party is in power, because the party is a party for the people in the party, and for the people outside of the party, it's not a party at all. Right?